Welcome back, guys. Today we're going to do some ornaments for the Christmas tree. And what I have here is 2 layers of aqua mesh. It's water solvent stabilizer, wash away stabilizer. I have a lot of them set up in my hoop, so I'm going to do a lot of different ones. What you need is your top thread and your bottom thread to match. So you need to run a lot of bobbins. If you're going to do just one ornament, like in one hooping, you shouldn't need no more than one. But if you've got a hoop like this or a bigger hoop and you're going to put more than one in it, you're going to need a lot of bobbins. Alright, so let's get started. Alright guys, so this is what the front of the hoop looks like. And this is what the back of my hoop looks like. And while I have it on the back, I'm going to take some scissors and I'm going to very carefully trim the tails, but make sure you don't trim the knot. If you trim that knot, it's going to all come undone. So any tail that you see. While I'm doing this, I'm going to tell you, I had some thread breaks. And I know when my thread sensor, my thread break sensor comes on, it's 13 stitches. So when I backed my machine up, the 13 stitches, I went back 50. I made sure I went back a lot further than I should have, just because this is nothing but thread. And once I put it in that water, you know, there's nothing holding it together but that thread. Also too, I know you've seen this tree. See how I didn't even finish this tree? There was a box beside my machine and it hit my hoop and knocked it off. See, it knocked it off right here. See, this one's right on the line and this one's way past the line. Yep. So I just skipped ahead a little bit and didn't do that one. So I'm going to remove my pins. The only reason why I put these pins in here is it stops the stabilizer from pulling through. Kind of anchors it to the hoop a little. Alright, now I'm going to free it from the hoop. Be free! Alright, I'm going to look at it and make sure there's no threads that need to be trimmed. It's easier to do it in this form than it is once you cut them out. Everything looks very pretty. Let's see a thread here. Just make sure you're not going to trim off the threads that are holding everything together, or the knots on the ends. There's one. So the back of the designs look just as pretty as the front of the designs. Oh, I want to tell you too, I used all 10 of these designs, minus what little I didn't do of the tree. I used 3 bobbins. Alright, so now we're just going to, I see a thread here. We're going to cut them apart. Just kind of cut around them. Don't cut any of the threads though, because you'll be just wasted your time. I'm going to be real careful and come in between here if I can. And there's our little frosty. Isn't he cute? Okay, now I'm going to get the bobble. Actually, I'm not going to, because I kind of got that one a little close in the design when I put it in the frame. So I'm just going to let the water separate them, because I don't think my scissors will fit between them. Okay. So what I have here is a bowl of warm water. I'm just going to drop them down in there. I'm sorry, it's such a nice day outside and I have the door open so you can hear traffic. I'm gonna not do this tree. I'm gonna cut it out. And then I got these up here. Kind of got Rudolph and the angel a little close too. I'll have to let the water separate them. Yeah, let's do that. Just so that I don't get any of the threads. And another one. Hope he wasn't attached. But he is. All this goes in the garbage, or you can save it for little pieces if you want. Alright, while this is soaking, it only takes a minute because my water's good and hot. I'm going to take several layers of paper towel. Okay, so I've got 3 layers here. I'm going to just flip them over so the ones on the bottom that we're soaking first. Look at there. I'm going to lay them out on my paper towel here. Making sure my legs don't crawl under and things like that. You can use a regular hand towel here if you want. I'm just using this because I don't want to do laundry. Found a string here. I'm going to trap it off. Hopefully it's not of any importance. It's cutest little wreath. Okay, then we've got Rudolph. And the angel. It's got a thread. She's precious too. A candle. So I make sure I do some of these every year just to renew my Christmas tree ornaments. But these are the only thing that I put on my Christmas tree. Well, I take that back. I have, instead of a tree topper, I use a Santa hat. And then I've made, Embroidery Library has some boots, some Santa boots. And I made that and I have him on dowels. So it kind of looks like Santa's diving into my Christmas tree. And then I have white lights on it, and I put these on it, and it's really, really, really pretty. So I'm going to take a couple more layers of this, and I'm just kind of like blot. So I can get what I can get of water out of these. Okay. And then I'm going to use this piece and do the same thing again. So I'm just going to flip them over to the back. Just like this. This one is so pretty to me. Okay. And then I'm going to discard this paper towel because it's soaking wet and get a couple more and blot again. just so I can get all the water out of them that I can. Alright, so this paper towel that is barely wet at all, okay, I'm going to take and put these on this one, and I'm going to leave them there overnight, and I will be back with y'all in the morning. It'll be just a second for y'all, but I'm going to let mine lay overnight, and I will be right back. Good morning, guys. It's the next day, and here are my ornaments. Look how cute. They're good and stiff. If they're not as stiff as you want them at this point, which mine are pretty stiff, if they're not as stiff as you want them, saturate them and soak them really good in just starch, just plain starch, and then let them air dry, and they'll be really, really stiff. These are really pretty. Look how pretty. And all I do is take a piece of ribbon, tie it, hang it. You don't have to use ribbon. You can use the Christmas tree hooks. You can use different ribbon if you want. You can use some chain. You know, the sky's the limit. Use your imagination. So this is freestanding lace Christmas ornaments. How cute. And this designer has 10, and I will link it below. I believe it is EMB embroidery, and I got the design off of Etsy, but I will put it in the link below. This has 10 beautiful designs in it, except for, you know, the Christmas tree that I messed up. So there's only 9 here, but I messed up the Christmas tree. All right, guys, I will see you in the next one.